I don't know. What do you think?
Mo- Not so much as specializing existing ship types.
Okay. So yeah, that makes sense. Ah, yes. Welcome here, Mikkel. Thanks for coming. So,
Vortexion is already working.
let's see here. Come along to creative. We'll put you in your chair and we can get started. All right. You can have a seat right over here in this chair. I'll stand in the middle since I'll be doing most of the talking, most likely. You guys, you and Guten are fully welcome to fill in whenever you feel that there's an elaboration um, that you think you should make, right? And sometimes I might defer questions to you guys if I don't know the answer myself. Um, so, in any case, uh, once again, thank you all for coming. I really appreciate it. This is something I'd really like to do more often, and I think it'll be good for the community, right? To have some kind of connection between us and you guys, to involve you in our ways of thinking, right, and answer your questions. So, I've already done the intro. Let's get right into it. The current situation of Star Legacy has not been the greatest in the past few months. We know there's been a lot of bugs. At times, it was completely unplayable. At least now, we have gotten to the point where bugs are being fixed, and the server is pretty much in a mostly playable state. Yes, I know there's still a lot of major bugs, and there's a lot of minor bugs that do detract somewhat from the quality of life on the server. But I can assure you all those are being worked on, especially but only if they're in the GitHub. Um, that is probably the thing that I try to emphasize the most to people all the time, and is vitally important that we will not fix a bug if it is not in the GitHub. Mikkel is almost always in the very fast responding to GitHub. I see him you know, sorting the things and replying to them, usually within hours, if not under a day. Um, and it does take a lot of time to fix them, right? It's like Mikkel doesn't have enough time, right? And he's got a very heavy course load and two jobs, and so things have been moving at lightning speed, right? Like anything to add on that, Mikkel, about how hard it is to fix bugs or how much time you have?
Can you hear me now? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Main problem is that a lot of the bugs, they're either most of them are either very important and also very complicated, or very simple and very unimportant. So generally, stick to fixing the things that are such as dupe bugs that are have a very high impact, and those take a lot of time, like about like 10 hours to fix some of the most intensive ones.
Jeez.
Uh,
All right.
you I'm right here.
No, I don't see. Are you vanished?
Oh, you mean
audio down. Okay,
Alright,
Oreo, you
Romium,
just moved for
Romium.
alt account, you
What's
stupid.
that?
I'm gonna GMSP
I
it.
need these.
Little quality of life fixes, right? Maybe shipyards are giving the wrong block or not printing something. Just things like that that aren't game breaking but are still annoying. I'm hoping that Vortexion will be able to help us with that. I'd also like to state that shields have been fixed. To those of you who were not aware, that was kind of probably the biggest combat bug on the server was the fact that shields were not working, and still they need some balancing, as some of you have told me. Um, there is still some numbers that need to be changed there, but overall they're functional, which I think is the important part. Because rebalancing them is much easier than fixing them, right? We could probably have Vortexion just rebalance them if they're too weak or too strong, or weapons are too weak or too strong. Just because, right, they're functional, they just have the wrong values most likely. In any case, so with that said, I would like to make a major announcement that as of right now, warfare is going to be legal. I'm lifting the ban on warfare um, as of right now. As you all know, there's been a ban on fighting wars for some time, 2 months, I believe, because the server was so badly broken. I now think that the server is in a place where it can support war. Obviously, yes, there are still going to be bugs. There are still going to be some things that are not perfectly balanced. But I still believe that it is important that we allow, right, the players and everybody to be able to experience war, go and do things on the server that they should be able to do, because it's just gone on too long, right? We can't ban war forever until everything is absolutely perfect. I'm sure some of you would like that to happen, but I feel that that's not really a good thing for the community. Um, so with that in mind, I just wanted to also say, for those of you who are the leaders of strong or powerful militaristic groups, please be responsible with your wars. And this especially applies to, right, Vega, who, right, we kind of have stifled a little bit sometimes. Honestly, it wasn't really fair to them all the time, but uh, Vega, the ban on them has been lifted as well. Just please be responsible. Don't launch giant server-wide wars of conquest. You know, we don't like having to stop the wars because obviously that makes everybody mad. That's not good. But I want you all to understand that the livelihood of the server comes first to us. And if a war is seriously threatening large parts of the community and is causing large numbers of people to quit, we will prioritize the server over the freedom to declare war and fight. And we will either enforce a ceasefire or stop the war if it becomes necessary. I hope that everyone can be responsible enough with their fighting, and be mindful of the server and its populations sufficiently to the point that that won't be necessary. But I would like everyone to understand that it might happen. So, yes, however, there will be harassment, toxicity rules, the existing ones, follow them. Don't be stupid, and we shouldn't have to stop the wars because they shouldn't get so bad that we have to stop them. So, yeah, that's basically the entire section I have on Starlegacy as it is and was, um, in the present. Mikkel, do you have anything else to add on, or did I miss anything, or what do you guys think?
No, nothing from me.
Now, Mikkel?
Forgot to mention that Max is also a developer now.
Oh yeah. So we're Mikkel was trying to train up Max, so that he could also help with the bugs. Hopefully soon Max will be at a point where he will.
Well, he fixed one yesterday.
Oh, really? That's great.
He closed another one
Yeah.
yesterday that wasn't. And he said currently fixing another one.
All right. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, because we just could really use more junior devs, right? Who can help out with those things. That way, you can solve all the tough, complicated things that really need. So I think that'll be good. Whoops. Yes, junior in the literal sense. So yeah, I guess that's it for the present of Starlegacy. So now I would like to talk with all of you about the near future of Starlegacy and what is going to be happening very soon. Some of you already know about it, but I would like to announce the creation of a new server game mode and world, right? Um, Still part of the Starlegacy network, but it will be separate from the main server of Starlegacy. It will be called Land Legacy. Some of you are probably laughing right now because that sounds like a massive meme. It is a massive meme, but it's real. It's already on a test server and partially functional. There's just a few more things I need to do to make it work. I hope to have it out and released by next weekend. I think we'll get to that point. It's just so basically the idea of Land Legacy is right. Star Legacy, it's great. It's you fly spaceships around, you have fun, but it's kind of showing its age a little bit, And well, some people say Star Legacy ages like a fine wine. The longer it goes, the more history the builds, the better it tastes. However, there's also many others who say that Star Legacy ages like a ham sandwich left on the sidewalk. Maybe it's not that great after a week. So, quiet Turk. Anyway, that's why there's also a lot of little micro rules and rules against killing everybody. And honestly, I think that there should be a place where you can freely murder everybody in existence, where you can ride around and cut off everybody's heads. And that place will be Land Legacy. It will be a medieval faction server where it's set in a map of Europe, at least right now. And it's very basic. I was able to set it up all myself with Mikkel's help and assistance. It's just going to have a few plugins like factions and core protect, all those basic ones. NPCs. What? Oh, never mind. I was reading chat. Sorry. Yeah. So it's gonna there will be only
able to produce obsidian fast
4
enough
or
to get
5
the wall
rules,
done in time.
such as
So that's
don't grief
when
the
a
spawn,
stroke of genius came from the
don't
incursion.
hack,
For
just
the
things
first
like that,
time ever in
Yes,
2B2T
chat rules will be
history,
a thing.
slave
For those
labor.
of you who are in Vega, yes, Van Drake will be banned. But I mean, honestly, all the guy needs to do is apologize. But I'm not going to talk about that right now. It's just a question I've been asked many times. Don't use X-ray. That's a hack. Will there be a staff after party? Maybe. Oh wait, I shouldn't be reading that. Never mind. Anyway, so yeah, we're going to be quiet. Shush.
Able to produce obsidian
Quiet,
fast
Amber.
enough to
Anyway,
get the wall done in time.
Where was I again? Land Legacy, right? So basically, it can be best described as a medieval faction server. Build castle, declare your lordship, ride around on a horse, and kill people with your knights. That's what it's all about. And I don't know if any of you played Mountain Blade. My vision for Land Legacy is basically Mountain Blade in Minecraft. I'm going to be mostly running the show there, I believe. And there won't be any of the interference in wars or anything. If you want to kill people, great. You want to declare endless wars and cut off everybody's head? Great. Hey, they can't see it on the stream. Yeah. Oh, I forgot. Whatever. Yeah. If they want to see endless wars, great. They want to tear up the terrain and dig a giant pit. Go ahead. I don't care. Do whatever you want. That's the whole point of it. It's going to have a much more basic, right, less plugins and chaotic environment than Star Legacy. You can scream about how great your faction is, just obey the chat rules, right? Maybe we should even make like a separate Land Legacy global chat or something, I don't know, so that they don't infect the good-naturedness of Star Legacy. Anyway, so yeah, I'm happy to announce that, and I hope that it's a success and that you guys are willing to try it out. Um, the plan is also to have it have wooden ships using the Starlegacy ships plugin. Um, we don't quite have that set up yet, but it shouldn't take too long for that to be working. Ships are not going to be the main focus, but they will be available to those of you who do want to drive around a ship. Um, and the economy is also going to be very simple. I'm setting up right now, actually, little outposts scattered throughout the land where you can go and sell crops. That's literally the entire economy. You farm wheat, you sell it. Farm beets, you sell it. Very simple. Much harder to break. But of course, I also didn't want this to last forever, right, and get all old and stale. That's what Star Legacy is for. So I do think that it will be reset every once in a while. I don't know how often that will be. I was thinking maybe 2 or 3 months, but honestly, it seems like people want longer. So maybe I'll do it, maybe every 6 months, right? Because I don't want people to build the best base, run around and kill people, and then quit and never play it again. You know, I want it to be a little more like almost a mini game. With the best and I also want eventually the best faction, right? And all the top factions who kill the most people to get permanent rewards on the whole server. Like, I don't know, you get into the Hall of Fame. Maybe like if we ever add like new donation things, you can get that for free for your faction if you kill everyone. Yeah, exactly. Like seasons. That's I guess that's a better word for it, right? Where it's less like resets and more like seasons, where your faction will get to run around, build castle, kill people, and see who wins. It will be it's in 1.16. It will have 1.9 PvP. Yeah, so that's the plan. Uh, what was I saying again? I lost my train of thought. Starlit Note. It will be complete. So it'll be completely separate from the main Star Legacy in terms of ranks, money, and all that kind of things. The only part that's not separate is like the fact that it's still on the server, right? Run by the same people. But that's about the extent of it. Yes, SLL. So it's gonna have all that. Very simple, right? Easy to manage, easy to create, easy to reset. Yes, punishments will cross over. Um, anyway, so that's going to happen in the near future. Yeah, exactly. It's going to be like another slash server, right? Where you can just go to it. Maybe it'll have a separate global. I don't know, just so that people. Otherwise, you kind of have two different things going on in global at once. You might want to have that. And so, yeah, that's the plan. I will give more details on it as it goes, and I'm happy to answer any questions at the end regarding Land Legacy. Anyway, so I also want to announce we're making a new wiki. I was originally going to have this announced by Nightingale Burr, but he couldn't be here today. So let's see. I was going to read a message from Burr real quick. Let me see here that he wrote for this. Where is he, my dear? Serious. So I'm just going to read this from Burr. I'm sorry that I'm unable to attend. I will be too late to the event to announce this myself. Getting straight to the point, I am overjoyed to tell you that Star Legacy will be getting a new wiki. On top of this new wiki, the current wiki is also getting some hefty work done to it, so they will revamp it to its geared. He kind of wrote this for. Look, we're getting a new wiki, all right. If there's anyone who wants to help work, just DM Burr. I think we'll have Nightingale Burr do that. Yeah, sorry, he wrote that a little weird. That's basically the gist of it, though. So let's see. Great. Yeah, sorry. My voice is kind of like hoarse and hurty because we had a bunch of fire here recently, and I'm like asthmatic, so it's like not great. Yeah. Thank you, California. Anyway, so I think those are all of our things that are happening soon. Land Legacy is probably the biggest announcement I have to make here. Right, major change. Oh yeah, we are going to have quests on Starlegacy too. I almost forgot all that. I almost forgot about quests. So that's on the main server. We're going to be having quests where to kind of keep new players a little more engaged, right? I think it's mainly going to be for new players, right? Where it's going to be like quests like, ooh, my Uncle Tim left his socks on Craig Morey. Can you please go get him? Just little quests like that. Maybe we'll even have some longer quest lines. Vortexion and Zelrond have been working on all that, and I think they've been doing a good job. It'll just be right, mostly for new players that they can have fun as they get into the server and deepen the lore a little bit, right? Instead of just having, jump on ship, talk to faction leader, get killed by another, lame noob stuff. Anyway, so yeah, we'll be having quests. I don't have a definite date to give you guys for when all that will be implemented. It may be implemented gradually over time. We'll see about that. But yeah, we'll probably be gradually over time. We're working on it though. So then, of course, I wanted to also talk a little bit about our longer term plans, right? Because part of this is I kind of want to share the visions we have about Starlegacy with you guys. That we would tentatively like to do in the future. We would like to, right? We've talked about this for some time. Add more smaller scale mini games to the server, and make it a little more like a network. Because I think it'd be good. Star Legacy itself, the survival thing, is awesome, but it gets a little boring sometimes. So, we're kind of thinking we should expand. We should expand it and have like a hub and some mini games and Land Legacy. Right, maybe some PV. One of the first things we're going to do, I could honestly probably set it up in like 2 hours or a few days. Is a mini game with just like PvP in space. I don't know if you guys have seen Ender's Game. And if you know that one scene where they're all shooting each other, all floaty, shooty, Yes, Amgar went to. Anyway, yeah, you can float around, shoot each other. Might have more PvP, shoot each other there. I believe we're going to have XP rewards for the mini games to make them worthwhile to play. But I believe you will have to have. Yeah, Guten knew a lot about the mini games. You'll have to have a full mini game server in order to get XP, meaning people are encouraged, right, to bring as many people along as they can, so it doesn't end up like a dead feature. So yeah, we wanted to kind of add more mini games, right, to give people other stuff to do and also more casual stuff to do, right? Because not everyone has the time to dedicate to a full-on Starlegacy. Sometimes maybe you just get home from work or school and you're like, you know what, I just kind of want to play for an hour. Go ahead and play a mini game, right? Instead of having to dig out a huge hole, build a huge base, design a dreadnought, you don't need to do that. You can just play, have fun. Because that's really what it should all be about, is having fun. So yeah, we also, of course, in the future wanted to build a server hub to connect all of this, right? Because if we're expanding beyond just the regular survival server itself and creative, a hub would be good. We haven't really started on the build yet, which means that it could be a little while before we end up getting that implemented. But in eventuality, we would definitely like to have that happen. Yeah, and I mean, we don't really have more extensive plans than that in the future. I mean, we kind of want to add more donation options and things like that. You guys might be saying, how dare you do this? You're becoming EA. It's garbage. The fact is, Star Legacy runs at a massive deficit. Mikkel loses, I don't know how much, what, $60 a month? What's the figure? Mikkel? Okay, he's dead. Yeah, so Starlegacy loses a lot of money every month. And I think that adding new content. Oh, welcome back. Yeah, like how much money does Starlegacy lose every month? Maybe he's not back. Anyway, it's a bunch. It's
I'm back. What'd you say?
oh, there you are. How much money does Starlegacy lose every month? Like, what's her? Is it like $60? Okay. Yeah, I can hear you. Probably something like that.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I said more like $100, maybe a little bit less than that.
Really? Wow, that's actually way more than I thought. Yeah, so right, that's all coming out of Mickle's pocket, which is kind of a lot, right? And honestly, it would be really nice if the server could at least break even. That's why we kind of want to add more content, more donation options, because the more content we add, like Land Legacy or mini games or a hub, the more things we can offer donations for, without making the server pay to play in any way, right? You know, it adds more places for us to add little things to donate for. Like for instance, Land Legacy. One thing I kind of want to do is make it so that you can donate for an NPC in your castle or something. You know, it just stands there. Maybe you can give dialogue or something, but it doesn't do anything. It doesn't give you a gameplay advantage. But then you can buy a wife or something. You know, have her sit in your castle or something. Um, you know, stuff like that. Or maybe cool cosmetic things for the hub, or maybe what? Quite skieth. Um, yeah, so yeah, or like in the hub, maybe we could have buildings that you could purchase so that you can have a little shop in the hub or a house, you know, in the hub world. I think that would be cool. Um, and that way we could kind of help the server to break even or even make a profit. If it makes a profit, that would be amazing because then we could pay, right, for maybe partnerships with a streamer or YouTuber or something to bring more players in, to make more money, to buy bigger streamers, right, and grow the server. And I think that's something we all kind of want to see, uh, is a bigger, more successful Star Legacy. Yeah, Star economics. And right, I reveal this all to you because I think it's kind of important, right, to have the server is running in this situation we're in. Yeah, I mean that would be good. But how are they going to figure it out if we don't have money to pay for advertising? You know, so I I do ask you all to donate, but you know I'm not going to be that guy and just yell donate to everyone. You know, um, but yeah, I agree with Goldhawk, right? And that's why Land Legacy is very uncomplex. Uh, it's very it's very basic, right? Easy to work. Yeah, exactly, right? You could just bring people on Lang Legacy. They should instantly know how that works. It's a faction server with swords. Use the swords. You kill people with them. It's that easy, right? Um, and so, you know, I think diversifying that a little bit and right, being able to add to fit on more players, add more donation options. You know, I think that would be really good. Anyway, so I think that is all of our really long-term plans that currently exist. Obviously, we're going to be doing more planning eventually, but that's all I really have to reveal to you today. Right? Big announcements are mostly Land Legacy and the end of the war ban on Star Legacy. So now, at this point, we will be taking questions. Unless Guten or Mikkel, do you have anything else you want to add, or you know?
So, yeah, I wanted to mention really quick. Sorry if you can hear the dogs in the background. Shit's going down. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. There's a possibility that rank tracks might be coming back in the future.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
So,
Yeah.
I'm working on a plan that would introduce some more gameplay loops with rank tracks, such as smuggling or piracy. This is all theoretical. Don't expect it to end up like the way I'm saying it. But as soon as I finish this, I'll hand it over to Mikkel, and we can start looking into how to implement these kinds of features.
Yeah, that's actually something I totally missed. Yeah, so we were right thinking of putting back the rank tracks because honestly, people kind of already do that, right? Where there's pirate people and there's not pirate people. That's already kind of a thing. And right, right, good. It would just work better if we brought back rank tracks. Anyway, so yeah, there's that. Do you have anything more to add on the? What was it you knew about the mini games, or I don't remember. There was something I was gonna ask Guten about because he was more involved than I was. I don't remember.
Yeah. You don't have a section about the mini games?
What's that?
Do you have a section about the mini games?
Yeah, I did talk about the mini games earlier,
Oh, I
that
missed.
they were gonna exist. Yeah.
Oh, did you talk
Alright.
about them in detail though?
I just talked about the PvP one we were gonna do and how we kind of want to add a hub and
All right.
stuff like that. I
Yeah.
didn't really go too
Yeah.
deep.
Okay. So yeah, that one's the one with the two ships and the asteroids in between, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, yeah. Do you have any more details you want to add to that?
Well, for that one specifically, I'm not sure what exactly you mentioned, but it's going to be kind of like Bed Wars. There's going to be two very large. You can still hear me, right? You can still hear me, right? Can
Yeah,
you still
we
hear
can
me?
hear you.
Okay.
We can hear you.
Yeah, it's going to be like Bed Wars, except not a bed, and there's two sides. Each side is a starship. It could be different maps with more sides. Uh, it was going to be those two starships would be like very large, like at least dreadnought size, and then in between there'll be a bunch of asteroids for cover. As Oreo aptly pointed out, it'd be a lot like that Ender's Game scene where they were practicing in zero gravity combat. Uh, um, that's all I can remember. Oh, and the beds might be reactors that explode the ship instead of beds. Yeah. Other game is something kind of like what was it? I'm not sure if any of you played Star Wars Empire at War. It's kind of like that though. It's as in the space arena battle. There's basically a couple of space stations, and you have to build ships and defend your station. You can keep respawning, but if your station gets destroyed, then you can't respawn more ships.
That sounds kind of cool. Yeah, it was. I mean, I was actually thinking if we just had like two carriers or two stations works too, and it's just a big starfighter battle. You nuke each other. That'd be
Amgar,
cool.
you're free to say something about Empire at War. I'm gonna show you. Guess Amgar's not here anymore.
I am. I was just muted. What do I say about it again?
I said that we're going to have a mini game, which is like the Empire at War space combat, where there's two space stations, and you can keep respawning your ships until your station is destroyed.
Very cool. But I didn't get the script.
Huh?
Mind.
Anyway, so yeah, I guess if we got all that done, right? Anything else you guys want to add? Otherwise, I'm gonna get to the question.
Not right now.
All right. Well, that's about all I have to say. Let's start. I'm gonna scroll up in the questions chat and start reading them. So, I already answered Silk Beast Ski. Ski says, are ion cannons going to be re-added? Mikkel, do you know if they are?
I think I answered that already. Vortexion is already adding that.
Okay. So, yeah, they'll be back as soon as Board is able to put them back. Is the super laser special weapon that bypasses shields still in the plans? Oh wait, Arlon got that. Never mind. I need to start looking and actually see what Mikkel got. Mikkel got Turk. Well, Land Legacy, I answered Luminant earlier. Where Land Legacy, it'll have a big Europe map. That's what I have on there currently. If I reset it eventually, I might give it a new map, right? Or during the next season, right? Give it a new map. But for the current time, it'll be maybe one day. CS, maybe we might do that eventually. But currently, it's Europe. Going about all the way to Iran and the Ural Mountains. Just because the world seemed a little big, but I don't know. Maybe we'll change that in the future. Let's see. Let's see. Will Land Legacy have normal PvP? It'll have normal, 1.9 P or PvP, where you uh, hit people with swords and they die. Will punishments translate to servers? Yes. Wooden ships like boats, they won't fly. No. It'll be like, ships like with sails and wooden hulls. But they'll move like regular starships, right? You can shift and make a move. I'm not sure exactly how they'll work cutting through the water or not being able to go on land. We don't have that quite yet. I think Nickel had some idea of how he was going to do that, right? Yeah.
Idea of how to do what again?
Like the wooden ships, right, for Land Legacy.
Oh yeah. I already implemented a thing where it can go through water, but I never really made it like stable enough for a live server, so I just disabled it before actually releasing 1.16. But it kind of works. I guess sometime I
really?
could enable that. It exists,
'cause I mean-
just not very well.
Yeah, because right, I was thinking, how are they going to cut through the water, and how are we going to keep them only on the water? Instead of, I want scary land ships rolling out, just hovering ominously over the land. That would be stupid. But yeah. So I'm assuming you'll be able to do that, right? Like make them only water. Hopefully. Anyway, so yes, what types of ranks will be on Land Legacy? So I'm planning to kind of use a more casual rank system. There's not really gonna be an official rank system. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to actually nick people their titles, so you can be like Lord Turk or something, and get to choose the colors based on your faction, right? So maybe you got your faction, that's Mega Ireland, I don't know, and your colors are gold and green, and because I'm not going to enforce it, but I'd also like it if people made like banners for their factions and stuff, like symbolage, right? And I believe I'm going to make it so that if you own a base, right, or a castle, ideally, you get to be Lord. If you have a base and a castle and you have at least 2 knights or just people, I guess, serving under you, you get to be Count. If you are the leader of a whole big faction and you have more than one lord, right, with a base serving under you, then you're king. Of course, I'm also going to allow you guys to, if you don't want Lord, King, Count, to choose your own titles for your faction. Like if you want to be Boyar or, Great Khan or something, I'm going to allow that. But that's not going to be the basic system. When I think eventually what I'm going to do is I'm going to evaluate the different factions when I decide to end the season. And I think what I'm going to do is maybe have like a score system based on how many kills they had, how much land they own, right? Valuing different things. I am definitely going to give bonus points to people who build above ground bases. Of course, you're not going to be required to build above ground. You could just build a pit if you want. I'm not requiring anything. I would just like it if you built castles, built banners, and rode around on horses. But I'm not going to enforce any. I just think you should, and you get points if I like it. How exactly it's going to work, I don't know. I haven't come up with that yet. I'm just we're talking off now. Intercontinental ballistic missiles, no. But if you can ride a horse with some other people with swords and ride over to another castle and kill everybody over there. So, of course, because it's factions, you will be able to eventually conquer the castle, right? If you kill everybody there enough, right? Faction power. I'm just going to leave the default faction power and land claiming as it is. Will the minigame server ever be revived? Yeah, wait, yeah, we already talked about that. Land claiming system, generic chunk. It'll be the generic chunk claiming system. Maybe in the future, in another season, maybe I'll change it and add more features. But for now, just leaving it as is the easiest. Land Legacy, I actually wanted to have item money, like emeralds, but it was going to be a pain. Like the only plugin the admin shop plugin that I found only uses like the command money, you know? And there was an admin shop plugin, right, to sell your wheat that could do items, but it was still stuck on 1.12. And so I was just like, all right, you know what? It's easier just to do regular money. So there will be regular money. I may add like an exchange thing where maybe it'll be like a bank where emeralds are worth like the amount in money, right? Maybe you can uh, both sell and buy emeralds, right, for $1, or what I'll call the currency. I'll figure that out. And maybe you can do that. Although honestly, wheat is already the currency because one wheat is worth $1 on that server. I used wheat as kind of the base, right, value currency or whatever. And so yeah, basically the currency is wheat. To answer Peter, or no, gold. Gold was the one who asked. Let's see here. The wiki, I actually don't know. That was Nightingale Burr and Crazy Cat's thing. I actually have no clue.
Instead of a
I'm not sure
custom
any.
solution for the, I could answer this. Instead of a custom solution for the wiki, which I made and wasn't very good because I didn't spend much time on it, it's a actual wiki software that we're using, and it's currently available at wiki.starlegacy.net. It's running on the Starlegacy server with the rest of the server stuff. It's going
Okay,
to be the
that makes
the
sense.
main wiki.
That's good. Yeah, I think it cut out at the end, but yeah, we could really use a better wiki, honestly. Let's see here. Let's see here. Are there plans to move the siegeable stations? That's a good question. Currently, no, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Nick or Gooden? Like, do you have any
We
opinion on
had
that? I don't know.
I think Gooden and I mentioned that a long time ago, or like a long time ago. I mean, like a month or two ago.
It was, I was originally concerned about it, but in the fervor of moving out all the systems around and expanding the map, it just didn't get addressed.
Yeah, I
We
guess.
might
Yeah.
add more in the future or spread them out or something. Don't know
Okay.
yet.
Well, there we go. All right. So Silk Beast. When can we expect some of these changes? I think I described when we expect most of the changes. Like Land Legacy, I want to have next weekend. Mini games soon, within a week or two. Like at least that one mini game that I mentioned. The station one may not happen for a little while because I can't make that by myself. Well, maybe I can. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. Yeah. So Hub might not happen for a month or two. We still need to build it. I need to get a build team together. If anyone is good at building and interested in joining the build team, please message me because I could use builders. Um, yeah, so then second, what are we doing regarding the server's economy? It's pretty much a joke. Oh yeah, I forgot to touch on that, didn't I? I don't believe we're doing anything. The server economy in Starlegacy is kind of toast, but also has kind of always been toast and inflated to the skies above. So the answer, as of current, is nothing. Cargo is bad compared to Orion mining. That's a good question. Yeah, so I actually don't even think I mentioned this to Mikkel before, where currently I believe Oriomium mining is more profitable than cargo running, even for higher level players. Like, do you think we should buff that or lower, debuff Oriomium? What do you think?
If anything, cargo trading might need to be changed, but there were plans to totally change how cargo trading works. We're just gonna have to do that yet.
Okay. Let's see. J-turn. Get Google Ads. Actually, that's not a terrible idea. Turn into ad legacy, but well, maybe. I don't know. Think about it. A lot of us are at the dread level. We'll have our existing levels. They will be converted. We're not going to trash everybody's rank and reset it. When we convert to the new rank track system, I believe you'll be able to choose your rank, or we'll choose your rank track, right? It'll be converted to an equivalent um, rank in that rank track. What
Let me
scale is the
elaborate
Land
on it.
Legacy map? Oh yeah,
Can I
sure. Go ahead.
elaborate on the rank track system? So my
Go
idea
ahead. Yeah, I
was that
probably should have asked you.
the level cap will be increased. Like the level system won't go away. The way it would work is there'll be different tracks, and you could allocate different levels to different tracks, such as you could put 10 levels into privateer or 20 into colonist, and going down the track you could unlock different technologies or ranks or ships, and then that using that you'd use each of the different gameplay options to gain XP, and you could unlock different options by going down those tracks. So the
Okay.
your levels you have now wouldn't go away. You just have to choose where you would put them.
Yeah, so that makes sense actually. Thanks, Gooden. Okay, so what scale is the Land Legacy map? I think it was like 8,000 by 8,000. It wasn't that big. But I also didn't want it to be too big either, because then you're just gonna have someone go settle in like Japan and never talk to anybody again. It'll be. I don't want everybody to be like 40 minutes away from each other. So it probably takes like, I don't know, 30 minutes to cross Europe. Oh, scale. Oh, yeah. Thanks, Zarlock. The scale, I think it was 1 to 10,000 meters. I can go check the. I just got it from Planet Minecraft, so let me look here. I can also link you guys the map because I gotta give credit to the guy anyway. I'm gonna stash the link right in this channel. There you go. That's the map we're using. It is. I don't know if he said exactly what the scale is. I don't think he actually said that. It's like I think it's like 8,000 by 8,000 or something. I think that's the scale. Well, the size, not the scale. Yeah. So let's see who's next. Will boats have cannons? No, because this is medieval. The cannons are not invented yet. Honestly, I would kind of like to see, like, maybe in a future season of Land Legacy. Honestly, I would like to have more of a Pirates of the Caribbean kind of thing, right? Where you do have bigger ships, cannons, where it's more about the ships, right? I swear it's not a Plunder Seas ripoff. Okay, it's not. Probably. I don't know. It kind of is. Anyway, I think that would be kind of cool in the future. But of course, right, um, that does take some coding and programming, which we it would mean wouldn't happen for a long time. I'm sure Mikkel would probably need at least like a week or two to make that all work, and probably longer than that just to make it not buggy. But in the future, I'd honestly like to see that. But no, these ships, they won't. The ships themselves won't be armed. The weapons are going to be all the people on them. If you want to fight with ships, go board somebody. Otherwise, good luck. Will Land Legacy receive updates like Starlegacy? In terms of new content,
Wait,
not
hold on.
really.
Oreo. I just
Huh?
looked up. They did have cannons in Middle Ages and medieval
Well,
times.
yeah, they did, but not like ship-mounted cannons. Plus, it depends on the era of the Middle Ages. They had cannons in the late Middle Ages for castle sieges.
I was thinking. I was thinking we could do like kind of a mix of Victorian era and medieval.
If you want to, we could. I mean, if you're
Cannons
willing
are
to,
fun.
well, so if you're willing to code cannons, go ahead.
I don't need
That
a
would be
code. Then
cool.
there's plenty of plugins for them.
Oh, I guess yeah. There's the cannons plugin. I mean, I guess I could add cannons. You guys want cannons?
think everyone wants cannons.
It seems mixed.
I think pretty much everyone wants cannons. Everyone except the Ghost Dog Hog
Hmm,
and Gold Hog.
I don't know. Maybe. No laser cannons for you even on. No, it's not.
They're not laser cannons. They're actual cannons.
Yeah, I mean we can have cannons. Should we have? I don't know, but we probably shouldn't add muskets though, because otherwise, basically, we're making it more 1500, right? Because they didn't really start putting cannons on ships until the 1400s. I think technically there was one ship that did in the 1300s, but you know, it wasn't common until the 1400s. Before that,
There's
they
a
just boarded
decent
each other.
cannon. We could just have cannons for ships and not have actual guns though, because guns are annoying. We could have bows
Yeah.
and arrows.
Sure. Yeah, we can just do that. Crossbows too. Yeah. So okay. Yeah, I guess I can install a cannon plugin. Updates. Yeah. So updates like Starlegacy. Not really. It will be. The seasons will change, right? But I mean, there won't be content additions, right? I'm not gonna. Maybe there will be updates in terms of here. I'm gonna add this plugin because it looks cool, right? But otherwise, no. Specialized
I'm guessing I should.
classes.
I'm guessing I should just disable marker blocks entirely.
Oh, on Land Legacy.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. It should like if those are part of the starships plugin, right? Yeah, definitely disable all those. We don't want someone accidentally managing to build a spaceship and then start blowing up castles. We don't want that to happen. Or someone building a fusion reactor. Let's keep that from happening. Specialized classes like flat cannons. I don't think so. In response to Skiff. New wiki. That's just crazy cat. Um, builder application for Starlegacy. I should probably make one, honestly. Currently, the builder application is my DMs. And answer
But
Goldhawk.
every time we had to build the application, we had almost no good applicants, if any.
Yeah, that tends to happen. Like people were asking me why we don't have staff applications earlier, and I was like, well, I'll probably get garbage staff. But I mean, we already have garbage staff, so well. Yeah. So let's see. More questions.
The lack of staff application is a very good thing.
Medieval ships didn't have cannons. Oh, what was that? Okay, yeah. Medieval. We went over this. Yeah. Yes, you can build TNT cannons. No, we don't have to be accurate if we don't want to. I can totally just install the cannons plugin if people want to. I think this would be cool, right? Yeah. The other reason is right.
It's me.
To even get the ships working, Miko's got to do a
The
little bit
actual
of stuff,
ghost.
but you know, it can happen.
Why are you server muted?
Let's see. Yes, all the yes except Goldhawk because he's a scrub. Anyway, we're not supposed to have anything that's not a question here. So, okay. Here's a question. J-turn. Will you guys have cool medieval machines like a catapult? That is not planned because that also requires more programming work that takes time away from Starlegacy.
I think here's a good way to answer. Here's a good way to answer. If you could find a plugin that does it and isn't garbage and niche.
Yeah, I guess that's true, right? A lot of these extra non-vanilla features, if a plugin already exists for it, it can be done. Like I think with the Cannons plugin, it is possible, right, to configure it without programming with just the config and schematics and stuff to be able to have a catapult. Maybe, but that's a lot of work. So we'll see. Can we have chainsaws? No. Will they come on ships, ground, or both? Both. Like Mikkel already said that. Ballistas instead of cannons. I mean, you got a crossbow, so theoretically I can add those probably with the cannons plugin. It's just a huge hassle. What else? My throat hurts. What is Sophie's doing? I mean, no.
We could help you. We could help you talk a bit.
Help what?
If your throat's hurting, we could help do some talking for you.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's just because, right? I live in California, so we had all these fires, and I'm like
Good shot,
asthmatic.
good shot, good shot.
So my
Good
throat is
shot.
like swollen. But you know, I talk a lot. So anyway, staff applications. Where's the questions? Can we have scurvy? I mean, there is a disease plugin, so I could totally add that. I would add the brewery plugin, except Mikkel would probably say no.
How are they pinning me in?
What does the brewery plugin do?
It lets you brew alcohol.
Oh no! Don't do that.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah. So there's the disease plugin though, which I can actually add. I don't know if it has scurvy specifically, but it does exist. No, not for Starling, for Land Legacy, Dr. Zeno.
Before you add any
paid
plugin,
ranks and be like.
before you add any plugin, run it by me because some plugins are very bad quality. Before you add any plugin, run it by me because some plugins are very bad quality without being obvious to people who don't.
Yeah, I'll run it by you first. Yeah, paid ranks. I mean, I actually don't even think we have plans for paid ranks, but if we were going to, they just, like, I think eventually if we add a hub and stuff, you can have a paid rank that lets you get a car in the hub maybe, lets you get particle trails, maybe it lets you set the map for the PvP thing, right? Like a VIP rank or something. You know, just little harmless things that are kind of fun. That way, it doesn't screw everybody else over, but it's kind of fun to have and buy. Pikes. If I can find, if you can find a plugin for these things, maybe. Yeah. So, any other questions that people have? I think we can unmute people now.
That might be a bit too chaotic considering the number of people.
Boarding and boats for boarding for. I don't think we're planning a boarding ramp, but you can just unpilot the boat and build one. So, yeah, that's kind of the thing. Icebergs. Don't those exist? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna go through and start adding icebergs. I don't think it's gonna happen. Can we have the Titan? No, we cannot. Tanks, no. I've already told you guys it's a medieval server. It's not a tanks. It's not modern warfare. What class is ship? There's gonna be. I believe there's gonna be ship. I believe that will be the class. The ship. Okay, you guys ask stupid questions. Should I guess. How much would NPCs cost? I don't know. What do you guys think? Maybe $5? Like for an NPC on Land Legacy that just does dialogue or something? Sit in your castle. That'd be cool. Maybe like $5. I don't know. Maybe you can also pay for a skeleton horse or something, or maybe you can get a skeleton horse if you get VIP or something. I don't know. Anyway, so I kind of think we've kind of reached an end point here. I would once again like to thank everybody for coming. I know it's Halloween and it's Saturday, and a lot of people are probably doing stuff. Will the Nether and End be on Land Legacy? Yes. Anyway, so yeah, this is something that I think is good, and I would like to do more often, like once a month, because I just think it's really good for us to communicate. Because otherwise, right, things only come out in either rumors, right, passed around and on the server, or by announcements or dictations where we just suddenly go, "Hey guys, this is the situation. Deal with it." Right? That's not nice. why should we be doing that? Anyway, so I think it's best that we start doing this more often to kind of communicate with the community a little, because the community are the people who actually play Starlegacy and are at the core, right, the most important
I can't
part of the server.
I can't pen
And
anything.
so, I'd like to do this again next month, right? And we talk about the situation then, new things to plan, right? And I think that's good. So at this point, I guess I'm going to go ahead and say it's over and let people be unmuted and just chat. Mikkel and Guten, if you guys want to stay, you're welcome to. Otherwise, you're welcome to leave. I'll continue answering questions for a little while for those who have them. But it's all really up to you. I'm going to say this is concluded. And yeah, I hope you all have a good Halloween and good next month, and I'll see you all again next month, hopefully. All right, so yeah, I guess you guys were recording. You guys can enter the recording. Now.
I don't know who turned that off, but
Turn
make
it
that
off.
go away.
Make what go away?
Someone turn rhythm off.
Oh, rhythm is bad. Yeah,
Someone turn rhythm.
19
rhythm
people
in
need to vote to skip.
Where's
Who
rhythm?
did
Where's
that?
rhythm? There's too many people in there. I can't even.
That
find
was you, Silk. Don't do stupid stuff.
Yeah, don't put this rhythm in here. Where is rhythm? I didn't even see rhythm.
Disappeared.
Okay.
Can't even find rhythm.
We should all say something at once. So
There
it,
should
like,
not
does
be
the
an audience
deflecting.
next time this happens. Holy
Put them
crap.
behind
No,
the
you think so?
wall.
I thought the audience was cool.
I mean, towards,
actually,
like,
The
until
problem
the
is
end,
that
they were
Star-
fine.
Oh well, yeah. It
The
doesn't
pro-
matter at this point. If you guys want to do, you can do whatever you
The
want right
problem
now.
is
I'm gonna be
that
honest,
95% of
Twitch
Star
stream
Legacy is
done with,
autism,
like,
and I
a
say
small
that
audience.
seriously. I say this seriously. 95% of the player base has some form of autism, including myself.
Thank you to
I wouldn't
everyone.
say 95%. I'd say more like 40%, honestly. But
40%, yeah.
it's true.
I am
next time we,
clipping and publishing the clip where Oreo said that the entire staff team sucked.
well, that's
Send it to me.
Long
Send it
ago.
to me.
I don't think that's what he said.
There was so many weird jokes that Oreo made, and like if no one was muted, then people would realize that no one laughed.
Damn, Jay, puberty hit you
No.
twice.
wow,
Yo,
jeez.
can we have
How
some
could you?
tanks in this mod though?
Weird jokes. What weird jokes have you ever?
I don't know. You said some
eating?
weird stuff. I don't really
Like
remember.
the ham sandwich
The
and the
ham
wine carnival?
sandwich was one of yeah.
But that was good. Come on. I'm like a professional comedian.
Yeah.
Sophie, can you
What?
stop doing stupid stuff with rhythm?
Guys, just have rhythm muted like
Yeah.
I do.
Anyway, next time we can just build a great wall and put the audience behind it.
Make a great
so,
big barrier wall.
You
and
said
then-
I heard my name earlier, but other than that, I wasn't paying attention. What were you saying?
Like the whole time.
No, when you mentioned my name, I was paying attention before that and after that.
I think I only mentioned your name once when I was talking about all the doomsdayers.
Oh yeah, no, that was PC basically. That was PC.
You know,
mainly.
who are all, the people are like, oh, Starlegacy's dead.
Oh, no,
server sucks.
I
Hey
was-
guys, have you heard about Pulsar? It's stupid.
I never said
PC,
that
you're
name.
victim
I
to
was,
that. You
I was
were
gone for
victim to
college,
that.
Oreo.
PC, you literally just say, "Oh, Starlegacy dead. It's Pulsar now, guys." They want everyone.
I was gone because I need to focus on my finals. Or not finals, my midterms.
Throwing bricks, Peter.
Wait, who's
Dude,
talking about?
I literally have an exam like right
Oh wait,
now.
wait,
I was
hold
just
on.
listening
No,
to you
wait. I
guys.
was talking about
Please
Peter.
someone kill the
Wait,
Ender
who am I
Dragon
talking
at
about?
Space Plot
Gold.
Sport.
Wait,
Me.
Peter Crowley's muted, isn't he?
Yeah, he is, luckily.
I forgot. Hey, Goldmark, I only mentioned you before the thing when I asked you, hey, what's up with Order Solus? I think that's the only time I mentioned you.
Oh, yeah, maybe. So, I asked a question, just
You all
when
know
you were
if
at,
Romeo's lying
when
or
you
not.
mentioned staff, who were you talking, what server were you talking about? The Hub, the Star Legacy, or Land Legacy?
He's talking
when
about me.
When I said what?
When you mentioned the builders, I don't know, something about
Oh,
builder apps.
that was going to be for the Hub, mostly.
Fireworks!
What type of theme would that be?
It's a good question. I kind of wanted to have
Yeah.
like a charming
me some of
little
those
town or
fireworks.
something, right?
I
With
got
some
you down, bro.
buildings, some houses, apartments, a diner. Maybe we can make it
What
like
if it's
space
like
themed
a
or
space
something.
station or something?
Oreo, you saw that,
I
right?
mean, it can be. Honestly, I would kind of. Okay,
I
who's making
feel
the
that
purpose?
it should. Oh my gosh, I gotta mute
Wait.
Minecraft. It should
Oreo.
only be what it should be specific
No.
to each server. Like when you go near the Starlegacy one, it would be space stuff. Near the Land Legacy one, it
Eh,
would be like
maybe. I mean, I would kind of like to have a bit of a
Target
city
acquired.
because then we can
Oh,
sell
man.
the
Get away.
buildings, and people can like have a house in the hub and stuff.
yeah. They
I'm
can
gonna
build
go
stuff
pro
there.
all of this stuff.
What
Bye.
nerf?
Yeah.
Guden, I got a question for you.
Time for me to finally throw on my detonators.
hallway.
What's the question?
Why
Okay,
do
here I'll ask.
why do I still have X-ray?
So for the land legacy, like,
Mm-hmm.
have you already built a map like using World Painter or something?
Oh no,
Is it just
they're
new, like-
downloading.
Oh well, no, we just got it from Planet Minecraft. The link is in the Fireside questions
The
channel.
links to
PC, can you stop?
Can we just
Oh.
ban Peter for a day? Get
Yeah.
get his Twitch.tv some views.
Peter, do you want to?
Oh, you literally just downloaded it.
No, guys, we're doing Peter a favor here.
Why are
and
you
he'll
dumping
be like,
bricks everywhere? This is very disappointing.
Where's this link?
No,
Don't
PC,
see
you've
it.
missed the joke, and you haven't named them Peter. No, you haven't named them Michael.
Where's the what?
Then you could be throwing
This
Michael
link.
bricks.
Where's
It's
you gotta
up
scroll
there in the
up a bit.
Fireside questions. It's the Planet Minecraft link that I
May
put
you
up there.
please
So
pin it?
people can live in Italy. Is that on
Sure,
screen
but
right
I'm
now?
gonna delete the channel on after
Where
the
my
thing.
Oreo, why
Guys,
can't we have
J
ballistas?
turn. Where were you gonna live?
It was
Italy?
either Italy or something. I kind of want to do like some sort of Holy Roman Empire type of thing.
Actually,
This is the
so what
Mediterranean.
I was
I'm thinking
I
of
was
being
planning to
Poland.
live in Rome, because you see, I felt that I should be kind of like out of the major factions since I'm kind of running the place, you know.
Yeah,
For
I
bias
agree.
reasons.
You know,
So-
Romeo, Italy was kind of useless in all the world wars. So I can see your point there.
Well, so actually, what I
our
was gonna do is
our
I was gonna
first,
be the
job
Pope.
once we get there is we're making a Holy Roman Empire.
Hey,
All
at
right,
least Italy
gonna
and
be
then
the
we're gonna
Pope
make a
in 6
library
weeks.
of
Huh?
So
Alexandria
as the
or something like that.
as the Pope, I have to live in Rome, and I'm going to have to conquer the Holy Land.
At
Yeah,
least
guys.
Rome didn't get conquered in 6 weeks like France.
You realize
gonna have to
everyone
have
is
a
going to
king
say
in
they're the
anyone?
Pope.
Guys,
If
just to
anyone
be,
attacks me, I'm gonna call a crusade against them.
Dude,
guys,
crusade.
guys, the Church of Romeo will
I am
be
very
defended.
interested in this crusade.
Yeah,
Tell me
I'm
more.
actually the real Pope, so listen to me.
No. That's heresy. Romeo
No,
is the
you're
real Pope.
heresy. You are heresy. I am the Pope. I will recite.
No. I pray
I will
to
recite the
Romeo.
entire Pope Bible right now.
Do it.
All right, chapter 1.
Wait,
The Pope
Ghost
shall
is in the
consume
word.
smoke.
Is
I was
Minos
Ghost in the
2
VC. You made
And
like a
he
Discord alt
gazed
or
upon
something.
the
Literally
heresy
me.
of his enemy, and
Wait.
Hi
he
guys.
won because he was the real Pope.
Alright, someone ban him. It's computer smoke. Someone just go ban him or something.
Computer smoke
Yeah, no.
sounds fine.
I
Hey.
stopped responding to him because I'm like, dude, this dude really needs to just get a life and get away from Starlegacy.
Hey,
And I was like, what's wrong with
I
him?
resemble that kind.
So I decided, you know what? I'm gonna stop responding. Maybe it'll help him.
Okay, this is different because I found enjoyment from this though.
Oh wait, it's
Like,
actually
it was
none.
hilarious.
Can I ask you a
me
question?
trolling on it because everyone like reacted a little bit.
It wasn't
And
really funny.
Yeah.
It was funny
just
for
cringe.
me. All right, it really
But I
depends
was-
on perspective.
Oh,
Well,
so
but
you're more
also
of the
I-
Joker.
I was
but
like,
don't-
you know,
that-
come
that's-
on, man.
What
Please,
is your
per-
favorite
please,
kind
per-
of
A Joker
beer?
except no one likes.
Society.
It's been like a year.
All right. Okay.
I mean, I guess I can add the
Oh.
disease
See, these are
plugin.
the kinds of questions that I was muted for. So
Yeah,
I think
no,
that
no,
I
no.
mean,
Everyone.
Yeah,
I,
that's your
Fine.
question
Everyone
like
was
3
muted.
times.
I can add the disease plugin if you want, so you can have diseases.
Can we also have pocket?
Well,
Wow.
I
We
mean,
also have
if we
what?
have the bubonic plague, then we have to have rats